And you want to know what's hilarious? I always carry a pocket knife with me, right? And here is a word of advice. For women, this will come in handy. Check this out. Or people. Women or people. This works for women or people. It does though. It works. It works well. Okay, so I carry a pocket knife on me. Okay, for a few reasons. The first reason, for some reason, this has never happened to me. I don't know what the fuck this is. It's probably a past life thing. That's all I can really blame it on. But for some reason, I carry a pocket knife on me. Every time I'm leaving my house, I'm like, I should grab the pocket knife. And I'm like, why? 2 reasons. 1, if I ever get in a car wreck and I'm dangling upside down, and I'm like, oh, motherfucker, what's happening? I'm stuck. Son of a bitch. God damn it, I'm stuck. And I'm like trying to eat through my seatbelt, and I'm like stuck. I got something in my pocket to cut me out of a seatbelt. I don't know why the fuck that is like the main thing I think about. I'm like, oh yeah, knife, cut myself out of a seatbelt. Duh. I don't know what it's about, dude. I straight up don't know what that's about. But I always think that when I grab a pocket knife. Second thing that I think when I grab a pocket knife is, okay, anatomy. So this makes me a lunatic. This is super kind of fucked up. But it's also reality. And it's like, Kyle, you're giving knowledge that's kind of... It's too much. You shouldn't just put this knowledge out in the world. But you know why I'm going to say this? Because if me saying this makes somebody into a killer, like, oh, okay, so it's that easy. I'll just go be a killer. If what I say makes people be a killer, then fuck me, okay? Then I guess I'll turn myself in. Then fuck me. Then I'm an idiot. If me saying this is the fucking thing that flipped the switch, then Jesus fucking Christ, you know what I mean? Then fuck me, you know? But I really don't think that, okay, but it is kind of shedding some light on some things and kind of leveling the playing field. And that's what this knife is about. When I grab the knife, I'm like cutting out of a seatbelt, but also leveling the playing field. So, women or weak men, such as myself, could take a note from this. So, I grab a knife because you're like, oh, so you can stab somebody, Kyle? No, you fucking dick. Not so I can stab somebody, Kyle. But maybe if I have to, so that I can stab something. But check it out. So, everything has eyes, right? So if you're in the water and you get attacked by a shark, right? Let's say you have a shark will grab your arm and it's just looking you in the eyes, right? I don't know how often that happens. Very specific situation. But maybe it's latched onto your leg or something. Or maybe it's eating half of you, but you're looking it in the eyes, right? And you're like, oh my God. Or a pit bull. Like, latches on your arm, like, you know how they got lockjaw? Like, if a pit bull latches onto your arm, or like if a wolf, or like a cheetah or something. If you're ever getting eaten by an animal, a crocodile, anything with eyes, or for whatever reason you're just getting your ass kicked, let's say you're up against a wall, and somebody's just looking you in the eyes. So what do all these situations have in common? The ice. So you're like, okay, Kyle, what are you getting at? So what it comes down to is I learned this in a Gladiator virtual reality simulator, which is a virtual reality gladiator arena where they throw me a knife, they put me in a gladiator fucking arena, and then they're like, all right, Kyle, good luck. And then I just fight a few people, sometimes a person, sometimes a few people. And you know what you learn pretty quickly when you're in a gladiator arena? And you're fighting somebody and they give you a knife? Check this out. You're facing somebody and they got armor head to toe. This method that I'm teaching you about the animals looking you in the eyes, this works here also. And this is where I learned it, and this is kind of what's eye-opening. No pun intended. So check this out, though. I realized, gladiator arena, I'm like, oh, they gave me a knife, and this guy's coming at me. And you realize head to toe he's covered in armor, and the only real places that are breaks in his armor are like where his things bend, like right here, but also his eyes. And so you think his only real open spot for me to stab is his eyes. The bigger target, the biggest open space, is the eyes. And an interesting thing about the eyes is if you stab somebody in the fucking head or the face, there's a skull here that protects the brain, okay? Except for the eyes. Eyes have eye holes, eye sockets, where it's just an eye, some tendony weird bullshit, and then your brain. There is no skull between this, you know what I mean? If you put a knife straight into the eye, you can go straight into the brain. And I know that's super fucked up, and it's super gross, and it's really ridiculous, and it makes me want to gag just saying it. And yeah, it's like, Kyle, go back to fucking lunatic school, we get it. But, so, if you have a pit bull that's latched onto your arm, and you're like, oh my god, how am I going to get out of this situation? It's just staring me in the eyes, taunting me, and like, it only has my arm, but it's gonna murder me. You know, as soon as it lets me go and I try to run away, it's just gonna murder me. Guess what you could do? You can pull your knife out, and you don't even have to be brutal about it. You can just put your knife gently on its eye and just push it in. You know that phrase, hot knife through butter? I'm sure, like, with some adrenaline, you can just push the knife into its brain. You don't even have to. And people that are, like, doing this violently, it's like, okay, cool. So you're like, how many times until you, like, hit your mark? You could just put it in its eye. If you're being eaten by a shark, I mean, I don't know. Maybe their brains are different. Maybe there's something different. But it also might reevaluate its entire fucking game plan if it gets shanked in the motherfucking eye and shit. You know what I mean? Shanked in the motherfucking eye and shit. I got shanked in the motherfucking eye and shit. Are you trying to get shanked in the motherfucking eye and shit? But anyways, yeah, so that's what it comes down to. Or, yeah, if somebody's just like on top of you, beating the crap out of you, and you're like, oh, I have a knife, and then you just start stabbing, and you're like, oh, this guy's so buff that I keep just stabbing the fuck out of him, and it's like doing nothing to him. Like, this guy's on so many roids that I can't even stab this guy in the throat because he's just so thick and roided and buff and just, like, he's just got that thick ass neck. Like neck with a K. He's got that knack. And you're like, God damn it, this guy's just gonna stand on top of me and just beat me to death because he knows that I'm so weak I can't even stab past his knack. Ding 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 ding. Shank him in the motherfucking eye and shit. I said shank him in the motherfucking but don't shank, stab him. The longer the knife, the better, you know, just about. But I'm pretty sure, lobotomize them. Isn't that what it's called? Maybe they won't even die. Maybe just, they just, you turned them off. They were on me. They were beating the fuck out of me. So I turned them off. I rolled them over. They're not dead, but they're just like, from now on. And so, I'm sorry, at least I didn't murder him. But yeah, just lobotomize a motherfucker. I'm pretty sure it works on crocodiles, or like jacked ass dudes, or like bobcats, jaguars, and jacked ass dudes. Lions and tigers and bears and buff guys. But no, yeah, it should work across the board. Level the playing field. That's what I think. Every time I'm like, okay, phone, keys, wallet, teeth, and knife. Because knife levels the playing field. You know what I mean? Yeah. If I ever get fucking stolen and I'm in the trunk and I just have like a knife, I'm like, all right, motherfucker. Every time you start a video game, it's like, all right, you gotta get your weapon. And you always start off with just like some stupid little knife. And then me, I'm always that guy that gets the stupid little knife, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna beat the whole fucking game with this fucking knife. And people are like, and I end up doing it, and it's like, oh, Kyle, you did it, but you made everything so much harder on yourself than you had to. And I was like, that's my whole life, that's what I'm used to, that's my style. But yeah, I'll kill everybody in this game with this fucking little pocket knife. It's like, no, but you know what I mean. So, but yeah, every time I grab my shit, I'm like, phone, keys, wallet. And if I'm dangling upside down, or I need to fucking shank a dog in the face, like, I need that knife, Because as long as I have a knife, I have a fighting chance. And that's what it comes down to. is as fucked up as it is to shank somebody in the motherfucking eye and shit. It's like, it levels the playing field, gives you an even chance, and if you're dangling upside down, you can cut yourself free from a seatbelt. You'd be surprised how many things you can't cut through with just your teeth or your fucking fingernails and just clawing. You're like trying to rip your shirt off, like to save your own life, and you're like, I can't do it. But if you just had a knife to just, like, you just make one little slit, all of a sudden you can rip your shirt, like, oh my god. Knives can do so much. I've gone so far off the tangent of what I was even talking about, I'm sure, but I'm so pissed off with myself because I lost my fucking teeth. Again. So unbelievably upset. But yeah. It's just forcing me to get my wisdom teeth done in a timely fashion, so I'm like, fuck you, universe. You're really gonna make me do this? Fucking, you're gonna make me get it over with? Alright, you win again, life! Anyways. Be kind to each other. Life's a trip. Enjoy this fucking haircut while it lasts, because it's going away. Look at my hair, it's gonna go away. Fuck yeah! Look at my hair. I like it when it's long, but then it gets too long, and it's just so fucking ridiculous that it's just like, it's time to go. Yeah. I look like a fucking seahorse. Anyways, on that note, yeah.